সাইকেলটা বন্ধ করে উঠে আবার দেখে যান। ঠিক আছে ঠিক আছে, এনে থাকবো আরামসে চ্যানেল সাইজ আমাদের নোটিফিকেশন আছে অলরেডি। পাসওয়ার্ড দে, পাসওয়ার্ড জানি না তো এই যে ভাই কি থা এর থামলে মনে কা
হারিয়ে যাও যত দূরে আসবে তবু ফিরে আমার অ্যাক্সেলারেশন হয়ে যায়। একটু এই গানটা দিলি না কে যে সন্ধ্যায় রাখি তোর যে বেদিশা বানাই লাইলাম। মাউস কোথায়? Where is the mouse? Where is the mouse? What is the mouse? চার কম্পিটিশন আবার ক্রীড়ার কণ্ঠ তো অনেক সেই বেড়া এই যে কোনো বুঝছি অঞ্চলে সব কিছু হ্যাঁ লাগে না
সাউন্ড অফ করে দেন।
সিস্টেম থাকতো ল্যাপটপ অফ হইতো না, যাই হোক না হোক
চাষের শরীরে হ্যাঙ্গে থাকবে কাটকে দেবো।
এটা কি হইলো নো দিয়ে দেই যা কইব
এইসব কারণে ল্যাপটপ বানানো তো কোথাও কোথাও এই লেগে ল্যাপটপ বানানো এত কোথাও
ল্যাপটপ বড় অফ করতে না অনলে বিরক্ত লাগে। এটা অফ হয় মাঝে মাঝে হ্যাং করে 2 মিনিট অপেক্ষা করতে হয়। বক্স এটা অন অফ হয় না,
নোটিফিকেশন অফ করে দিতে।
আর ওটা কোনো কিছু অফ করলে লাভ হতো না, নেটের যে অবস্থা।
আমি ইসলামিক কে বিষয় লাগে কি রে লালিগা ফেস লুট লইতে না কি নেট সাউন্ড অফ করছস তো রেডি ওড়ে কিন্তু না রে
সবই ওড়ে।
আছে বড়
সজবে এটা ভালো লাগলো না
কি এটা
এচান দিয়ে কেমন অন্ধকারে রয়েছে
কি
আমরা গান গাতে তো অন্ধকার
বিরক্তনার কি বন্ধ
কি অন্ধকার রয়েছে
তুই কি শুনছ না আমার ভিডিও সার্চি
ব্লুটুথ কানেক্ট কর সাইড নেট অন কর।
সাউন্ড তুই কি দিবি? খেলাই তো হবে না। হারিয়ে যাও যত দূরে আসবে তবু ফিরে।
হ্যাঁ
ও ফিরে না
ব্লুটুথ কানেক্ট কর।
ব্লুটুথ কানেক্ট আছে ওটা নতুন মিলে গড়টা ধরবো নতুন ফিরে দিলাম।
And I think Alguacil has just spotted something. Barcelona beginning to dominate in the midfield. Getting the overlaps going too. And he's going to strengthen with his second substitution.
Well, plenty of instructions offered there to Guevara. And a stoppage here in perhaps Barcelona's best moment of the game.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for the home team. Just building up ahead of steam. And here's the second substitution And it looks like it's Zubeldia, doesn't it? He's a central midfielder, defensive midfielder, player of contention. And Alguacil looks to stem the flow of Football Club Barcelona here.
De Jong did well finding Alba. Gorosabel did well as well to block that cross. Good spell for the champions. Can they capitalise? Sociedad will be quite happy to see that Barcelona forced back to their goalkeeper.
I think they'll be happy to see the ball not get to Messi. That's been the key in the last 10 minutes or so. Messi seeing a lot more of the ball, driving the team on just in that space between midfield and attack.
Well, it's Frenkie de Jong who gets the crowd off their seats. Wonderful step over. Now Martin Braithwaite taking his time, taking too much time, and then committing the foul.
Yeah, he was looking for Messi again, wasn't he? Message here from Niraola Saroff. He says Messi involved in everything. He wasn't involved in that. He was standing there watching. But he has been involved in everything good that Barcelona have done this afternoon. Here is Zubeldia as Llorente who goes off. Well, we'll see how this changes things. Llorente doesn't look comfortable there, Tim.
Well, Igor Zubeldia can play in central midfield or central defence, so presumably will slot in alongside Lenormand. In fact, here he is in possession now. A regular starter for Imanol, placed in the team today by Guevara. And of course, the visitors without Aritz Elustondo for this match, who's injured.
Yeah, he's had to reorganise his defence, hasn't he?
Super play, and Oyarzabal allowed to turn. He has options left, right and centre. It's Monreal, and it's a deflected cross when he had men queuing up in the centre.
He had three to aim at. I think he was trying for the same ball that Alba put across moments ago in the other penalty area. He's gone for the back post. And Semedo gets a very good block in indeed. Barcelona outnumbered there.
Lenormand up for this corner. Just Real Sociedad's second of the match. Curling in, headed out by Piqué, and then launched forward by Jordi Alba. And the supporters here sensing that their team need their help. Isak. Still going, Alexander Isak. Look at this for a run, and what a ball that was. Clement Longley with a super piece of defensive cover.
Absolutely brilliant. He was the last man. He had to get there, and he got there. Wonderful from Isak as well. Semedo is very, very quick, and Isak left him behind.
Two of the quickest players in the division. A wonderful race there, and so nearly an opportunity in the centre. Here is another chance, and it's powerful effort there.
It's Oyarzabal. He's got his hands on his head there, Tim. He can't believe he didn't hit the target. They just stood off him. They allowed him to advance. He was looking there, and he senses still no one's coming to close me down. And he had all the time in the world to pick his spot there, and he fires over, and there it is again. Portu was the last man, waiting at the back post, and Longley had to get there. Rakitic makes way for Vidal.
First change from Setien. Well, Vidal has been in good goal-scoring form this season. 6 in La Liga, but no goal in his last 10. 10 appearances in all competitions. He last found the back of the net on January 4th in the derby against Espanyol. Griezmann spent a total of 9 years at Real Sociedad, played 202 times for the first team, scoring 53 goals. His footballing education came there.
Well, it certainly earned him the big money move to Atletico Madrid. Played as a winger for much of his time at Real Sociedad.
And a crunching challenge. Play goes on. It's with Odegaard who releases Isak. Chance now! Blazed wide.
It's the story of the game, Tim. Neither side can hit the target. Now we've seen Leo Messi fire over and fire wide. And we've seen Oyarzabal. Now we've seen Isak. Beautifully weighted pass from Odegaard. Just what we'd expect. But Isak, it's a narrowish angle, but you'd expect him to hit the target there. And do either side want to break this deadlock?
Well, after Barcelona had 3 opportunities in quick succession, Real Sociedad respond with 3 of their own.
And again, it's Oyarzabal involved. Such brilliant interplay with Oyarzabal and Odegaard. That's what we've seen all season. And there they are again, these 2 players.
Now Merino couldn't find Porto. Piqué stepping forward twice, coming away with the ball, then found Busquets. It's Nelson Semedo now, and now Messi tries to step on the gas and brought down illegally.
He was away, wasn't he? And the yellow card was inevitable there from the moment that Guevara allowed him to get goal side. And here is again the Piqué header, well picked out by Leo Messi. And look at the frustration. He knew, the same as Oyarzabal moments ago, he had the goal at his mercy. It looks like he's recovered, Tim, from that neck problem he had at the beginning of the second half. Time continuing to tick down here.
Messi's free kick, dinked in, away as far as Arturo Vidal. The Chilean crosses! Good cross it was as well. And La Real haven't cleared. It's with Messi. Still Messi, a really tight space, and cleared by Monreal. Messi losing out there. Good play from Guevara. Griezmann tries to get back and slow La Real down. Remiro's clearance only as far as Alba. Flicked header by De Jong. A strong header from Guevara, and space for Martin Odegaard. Did well there, picking out Mikel Oyarzabal on the overlap. It's Monreal arriving! And another good opening for La Real. This time it's dragged wide.
Anything Alba can do, Monreal can do too, and it's the same result. A desperate need to get on the end of the ball at the back post. And again, it's just a metre too far in front of Porto. Appeals for a handball there against Lenormand.
Well, it did seem to come off top of his left arm, and
the referee's going to have a look at it.
It will be an on-field
review. I think we're going to see a penalty here, Tim. It's come at him blind, but that's hit his arm. We'll see if the referee decides that the arm is in a natural or unnatural position. He isn't seeing a lot of that. It's come on top of long length.
Well, you have to say, if the penalty is awarded, he's very unlucky.
He isn't seeing anything of the ball there. He's going to head the ball.
He's doing his best to put Longley off. Would have perhaps expected Longley to get a touch. His head's down. Didn't see it coming, but as you said, did his arm make the body
interpretation
unnaturally bigger
of the referee?
Well, he has awarded the penalty. A on-field review, a VAR call, and the champions have the opportunity now to score from the spot.
And that is very, very disappointing for Lenormand. Martinez Monwera decides that's a penalty. Well, that's the rules. Handball in the area. The arm is not by his side. My argument there, Tim, would be he's not looking at the ball. He hasn't seen the ball coming. No intention to play the ball with the arm. Oyarzabal thinks so too. The Real Sociedad captain is carded. And Messi has a chance 10 minutes before the end of the game to potentially put Barca back to the top of the table.
Well, this is a pressure spot kick for Leo Messi. Up against Alex Remiro in front of the north goal at Camp Nou. 10 minutes left to play, and Messi does find the back of the net. Barcelona have finally broken through against Real Sociedad.
Calm as you like. The keeper went the right way. He just got enough weight on the ball and enough height on the ball to nestle it into the corner. And Messi hits the target this time and settles the nerves at the Camp Nou. Now, how will Real Sociedad react to this? The game is going to open up considerably for the last 10 minutes here. It's a great finish. Just stands the ball up. A little bit of a chip in there too, nonchalantly done. And a classy finish from Leo Messi. The other way he wraps the ankle around that, gets the angle on the ball.
Really cool penalty, just when Barcelona needed it. It's his 19th goal in La Liga this season. It's his 24th in all competitions, and 19 of those 24 have come at home.
Well, what can Real Sociedad do here then?
Well, we do have an absolutely frenetic 9 minutes in store.
Yeah,
do not go anywhere. Finally, Real Sociedad forced to throw some caution to the wind, and they will come out all guns blazing now to try and salvage at least 1 point.
And that's often when this side are at their best.
Messi, excellent manoeuvre away from Lenormand. Messi still going, and then a foul by the Argentine.
Great covering from Oyarzabal, wasn't it? Just watched him out of play. Or would have gone out behind.
Zubeldia finding Gorosabel. Well, there has been a change from Imanol, with Willian José brought on, and the Brazilian making a run there, and it's fallen now for Oyarzabal. Merino wide, Nacho Monreal tripped by Griezmann. Where was he tripped? Was he tripped? The referee says no.
Well, let's see if we get another look at that. The referee's inevitably going to be surrounded here by Real Sociedad players. The video assistant referee also will have a look at it, of course. And there is the tussle. If there is any contact there, it looks outside the area to me. Tim, and hence the video assistant referee wouldn't be involved. And the interpretation of the referee there is no foul and no penalty. Well, there's Isaac, who did come off during the restart after that. He's on for those last 10 minutes or so, including stoppage time. And Ansu Fati will be the next change for Barcelona.
Well, Willian José has scored 4 goals in 9 appearances against Barcelona, and 1 came for Las Palmas when he was playing under Quique Setién.
I would expect Braithwaite to make way. Well, it's Griezmann in the end who does. I'll take your pick there. Braithwaite has faded for me in the second half too. Hasn't seen a lot of the ball. Neither has Griezmann. Griezmann goes off at the far end of the pitch. Ansu Fati gets a real warm round of applause, as you'd expect.
Oyarzabal still going, cleared by Jordi Alba. Barcelona by no means looking comfortable. Imanol trying to almost come on the pitch and play. Braithwaite closing down Guevara. Ramiro was cool. It's now with Igor Zubeldia. This is Lenormand wide for Monreal, who's been getting forward frequently, causing problems on the overlap for Barcelona. And Ansu Fati playing on the left. And there's a real burst forward from Gorosabel, and it's with Willian José Piqué there again for Barcelona. How many times do we say that?
Brilliant, wasn't it? Piqué, one of the standouts for Barcelona in the Clásico, of course. He was absolutely brilliant last week.
Quick throw in, and Real unable to keep that attack going. Griezmann slowly making his way back to the dugout.
Another disappointing night for Antoine Griezmann in the Barcelona shirt. Now that's a curious image, isn't it? Imanol Alguacil thinking the ball's going out. Ansu Fati keeping it in.
Well, Vidal offside initially.
Yeah.
And it came back to him after the clearance. Real Sociedad supporters and Imanol feeling very hard done by so far.
Yeah, a lot of talking points there, Tim. That's going to rage on over the weekend. Certainly in the Spanish press.
Well, you do have the feeling that after that defeat against Real Madrid last weekend, it almost doesn't matter how Barcelona do it, but they need to get over the line with 3 points this evening and put the pressure back on Real ahead of their match away at the Benito Villamarín tomorrow night.
Yeah, they need a win, there's no doubt about that, but a lot of this crowd will go home tonight into the Barcelona night air thinking, well, has this team really convinced me again tonight? And I don't think many of them will have thought so. They've struggled against Real Sociedad, who've once again carved them open. They've had their chances to also go ahead in this game. There's no doubt Barcelona have too, but Real Sociedad have matched them and have certainly shaded them in various moments of this game. And this crowd certainly want a lot more. They demand a lot more, and that's what Setién was brought in to do. He promised them more, and so far hasn't delivered.
Busquets is the 4th Barcelona player yellow carded in this match as Setién makes his final substitution, withdrawing Martin Braithwaite, who made his first start for the club today. And on comes Junior Firpo to make his 50th appearance in the Spanish top flight.
Braithwaite's impressed in the first half, faded a little in the second. It certainly showed enough in that first half to justify a place in the starting 11.
Clipped forward by Porto, and then Vidal concedes the corner. Well, a nervy finish here for Football Club Barcelona. Marc-Andre ter Stegen talking with his defence, trying to make sure they remain switched on as Lenormand and Jordi Alba hit the turf.
Well, it's a little enlarged there, isn't it? It's Jordi Alba marking Lenormand. Ah, it's Vidal who's lost his man. Alba just gets caught in the crossfire.
Well, Porto poised to take the corner. It will be an in-swinger. A high delivery, and Ter Stegen punches. Did enough, the German goalkeeper. And now Alba tried to hit the line for Ansu Fati, blocked by Martin Odegaard, and Alba just slows things down slightly. We're into the final minute of the 90. Well, there will be post-match analysis with Joe, Kevin and Budgie. So do send them your questions and your thoughts. Here is Oyarzabal, a beautiful ball. Cut back, cleared by Piqué. And Barcelona living very much on the cusp here. Vidal's pass is inaccurate. Messi couldn't retrieve it. The number 10 trying to work back defensively, but there are spaces here for Imanol's team. It's with Oyarzabal. Now Monreal with the cross. And at the near post, Villarreal couldn't find the finish.
Yes, Longlets with a vital interception once again, but Barcelona getting carved apart here by Oyarzabal and Odegaard. Monreal just couldn't pick out the man again. That's 2 crosses in a minute. The first time he had 4 men at the back post, chose to go at the near post, and that time went again to the near post. And they're lacking that final ball.
Well, 5 additional minutes. And this corner once again taken by Porto. A high looping cross cleared by Lenglet, controlled by Odegaard. Barcelona just try and step out. Oyarzabal gave it away. Now Frenkie de Jong. And Jordi Alba, who's playing higher up the pitch since the introduction of Firpo, in possession, looks up, bends one into the centre for Messi. And as we've seen 2 or 3 times today,
his
poor
touch.
control from Leo Messi.
Yeah, there's something off. There's something off. Messi would normally take that in his stride. And a clear view of goal opening up before him. And again, it just runs away from him.
Well, it was a chance to kill off Real Sociedad and make sure of the 3 points. But as things stand, Imanol's team living in hope. They still have 3.5 minutes to try and find this equalising goal.
They need the final ball, Tim. They do everything right until the final ball. They get the overlaps well. They work it through the middle too. They have the passing to tear you apart, but what they haven't found is the man in space in the box.
Oyarzabal cannot keep that in. Well, it's almost 1 a.m. Sunday morning Indian Standard Time. Do let Joe and his guests know where you're watching and how you're feeling with this match so narrowly going in Barcelona's favour thanks to this cool penalty kick from Leo Messi in the 81st minute. Thumbs up from the captain. Will that prove to be the winning goal?
Questions being asked here by our viewers here. Mustafa Hannes says, is Messi fully fit? Arjit says Messi needs a break. Possibly, but you can't give him a break, can you? Setien working within his limits. Suarez out, Dembele out. Griezmann clearly not happy.
Really good goalkeeping from Ter Stegen, and he has the confidence to get the ball rolling. Vidal infield. Took the momentum out of the attack there, Vidal. Messi tries to inject it back in, away from Odegaard. Now, Ansu Fati to Messi. Clever from Messi. Scampers away from the challenge. And couldn't quite keep it in, but a little glimpse there of the Messi we really recognise with so much flair.
Yeah, he just ran down a blind alley in the end, didn't he? There's the little jink, taking it away from 2. Between 3 blue and white shirts. Had the pass on there perhaps. The ball runs away from him. Time running out for Real Sociedad here though. And Alguacil will be on the flight home tonight, back up to San Sebastian with his team, and they'll be thinking, how did we lose this? they've certainly done enough for my money to take a point away from the Camp Nou. We've seen again, they have the style, they have the substance, they have the talent. And what they haven't done today is create that clear opening, Tim. And that's all they've lacked to take at least a point away from the Camp Nou.
Well, they've lost every league game here since April '95.
You'll be reflecting on that penalty. It's a tough one, tough pill to swallow. A team that came here on such a high after that cup final qualification. Huge semi-final win. And a big test. They wanted to set the stall out. They wanted to face the challenge that is Barcelona on the Camp Nou. And they've given it a very, very good go. And in the end, it's that penalty decision that looks like denying them at least a point.
Well, there are a few seconds left to play. Can Real Sociedad conjure one last opportunity? Alex Ramiro goes long. It's flicked on by Lenormand, away by Busquets. Martin Odegaard in possession. Seconds remain here at Camp Nou. Lenormand tried to dink it over. Firpo cleared. Messi battling, and the crowd appreciate that. 5 seconds left. Messi on the charge. Does he have the pace and the strength? He's still got the ball, and he's got the vision. Releasing now, Ansu Fati onto the left foot, and the pass for Jordi Alba, and the win is Barcelona's. That is the cherry on top. A beautiful goal on the counter-attack in the final moments of the game.
And that's how you carve a defence open, and that's what Real Sociedad have lacked. In the end, that quality of Leo Messi is what counts. He held the ball up beautifully, spotted the run from Ansu Fati, who can almost mind read his intentions. Look at the pass there. Well, will this be called back for offside? Perhaps. We'll have a look at that in a moment. Touch and go. The video assistant referee will be having a look at that. Doesn't take away anything from the beauty of that move. And Ansu Fati is Barcelona, born and bred, isn't he? He looks like he's been playing there since he was in the cradle. And links with Messi and Alba, the big boys of the team. And it's a beautifully worked goal. But let's see if it stands, Tim.
A goal created and finished by La Masia. And it's Alba's second of the season. But as you've said already, Mark, touch and go with the offside. And looking at the
looks offside to me, Tim.
On the pitch, it may not count.
No.
Well, we await confirmation. And some of the white handkerchiefs were being waved there. Very significant here at Barcelona. Well, we suspect that this goal will be chalked off and it will remain 1-0. The referee in discussion now with Mario Melero Lopez in the VAR room. And indeed, there you go. The goal does not count.
It's offside. It will be the last kick of the game. I think that's what it was going to be. And then we have, at the end of the game, the handshake between the managers. I think that look on Alguacil's face says it all. He'll be bitterly disappointed with that. Let's see Setien's reaction in the press conference. It's going to be absolutely fascinating. An underwhelming Barcelona, rescued once again by their captain, fantastic Leo Messi.
Barcelona go 2 points clear at the top of the table thanks to this 1-0 win against Real Sociedad. Leo Messi is the match winner. His penalty in the 81st minute proved to be the difference. Analysis on the way now with Joe, Kevin and Budgie. Goodbye from me and Mark.
How was Spain? They go crazy for football. And you know what? It's totally contagious.